Before the muscle car wars, before the Chevelle SS and Camaro Z28 became legends, there was a single-year Chevrolet that broke every rule in the book and then disappeared. A car so bold, even GM's own executives didn't know if it would be a success or a complete disaster. This is the 1958 Chevrolet Impala. Born in a year of radical change, it wasn't just a new model, it was a calculated gamble. With an all-new body, unexpected luxury touches, and design cues that shocked traditional Chevy buyers, the '58 Impala became a cultural icon almost overnight. But behind the chrome smiles and sweeping fins lies a story of rushed development, hidden rivalries, and design decisions that almost never made it to production. And some say, there's more to its rise and disappearance than Chevrolet ever admitted. The one-year wonder. 1958 wasn't just another year for Chevrolet, it was a gamble. The Impala arrived out of nowhere, not as a slow evolution of a previous model, but as a bold, brand-new statement. It was lower, longer, and wider than anything Chevy had dared to build before. The design screamed luxury, yet it was aimed at the average American driveway. And here's the twist. This version of the Impala would only exist for a single year in its original form. One shot, one body style, and then, gone. Some say it was too flashy, too experimental for GM's conservative top brass. Others claim Chevy built it specifically to test how far they could push post-war car design before corporate politics reeled them back in. Either way, the 1958 Impala became an instant icon, but also a beautiful mystery frozen in time. 2. The birth of the Impala, a risk GM didn't want to take. In the late 1950s, Chevrolet was already dominating the American car market. Models like the Bel Air were selling in huge numbers, so GM's executives saw no reason to shake things up. But behind closed doors, a small group of designers had a different vision. A car that would feel flashier, lower, wider, and more aggressive than anything Chevy had built before. The idea was simple: create a flagship model that could rival the flash of a Cadillac, but still carry a Chevrolet price tag. The gamble started with the 1958 model year, but here's the twist: the Impala wasn't even meant to be its own model. It was originally conceived as a trim package for the top-of-the-line Bel Air. That's why the very first Impalas carry the official name Bel Air Impala on their paperwork. Chevrolet gave it unique styling cues: a longer body, a sloping roofline, and tail fins that were more sculpted than sharp, all while loading it with chrome to scream luxury. Internally, not everyone was on board. Some GM execs thought the design was too showy and would alienate conservative buyers. Others feared that creating a halo model within the Chevy lineup might steal sales from their own Pontiac or Bic divisions. But Chevy's designers pushed forward, insisting that the American public wanted bigger, flashier, and more powerful cars. They were right. The Impala debut in 1958 was a sensation, instantly outselling expectations and proving that people didn't just want transportation, they wanted to make a statement on the road. 3. The power that surprised everyone. While the 1958 Impala was a beauty on the outside, Chevrolet didn't hold back under the hood. For a car that was meant to be a stylish cruiser, it packed some surprisingly serious muscle. Buyers could choose from small block V8s all the way up to the brand new 348 cubic inch turbothrust big block. This was Chevy's first venture into big block territory, and it completely changed how people viewed the brand. At its most aggressive, the 348 came with triple two-barrel carburetors, nicknamed the Tri-Power setup, pushing the output to a then impressive 315 horsepower. And if that wasn't enough, Chevrolet offered performance upgrades that could make your Sunday drive feel like a drag strip run. But here's the twist: Chevy's executives weren't entirely comfortable with this level of performance in a family car. Some internal memos reportedly suggested that the power might overshadow the Corvette, their prized sports car. That tension meant Chevy had to walk a fine line, promoting the Impala as glamorous and stylish while quietly letting gearheads know this thing could move. And it worked. Suddenly, the Impala wasn't just for Sunday picnics, it was showing up at stoplights next to hot rods and winning. 4. The marketing gamble that paid off. Chevrolet wasn't just selling a car in 1958, they were selling an image. The Impala wasn't marketed as just another Chevy, it was positioned as a status symbol for the everyman. Glossy ads showed well-dressed families cruising down palm-lined streets, with taglines that whispered luxury without saying expensive. Even the name Impala was chosen carefully: exotic, fast, graceful. And here's the kicker: GM priced it so the average middle-class buyer could step into something that looked like a Cadillac without paying Cadillac money. This clever positioning created a new market sweet spot: affordable prestige. It's no exaggeration to say this strategy set the tone for decades of American car marketing, proving you could sell dreams on four wheels, as long as you wrapped them in chrome and tail fins. 5. The wildest what-if in Chevy history. Now here's where the 1958 Impala story takes a sharp left turn into pure automotive what could have been. Many Chevy insiders whispered about a radical performance prototype that never made it to the showroom floor. According to a few persistent rumors, Chevrolet's engineering team toyed with the idea of dropping a fuel-injected 348 V8 into a lightweight Impala mule paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox. This street rocket would have been Chevy's direct counterattack to Chrysler's 300 series and Ford's Thunderbird. But here's the strange part. Supposedly, it was shelved not because of cost or complexity, but because some GM execs thought it would upstage the Corvette. Imagine that, a family-sized coupe being too fast for Chevy's sports car to handle in a drag race. The test mules, if they truly existed, vanished into private collections or scrapyards. To this day, no one's ever proven they survived. And if that wasn't enough, there's another unverified but juicy claim, that a few custom dealers actually built their own phantom versions of this lost muscle Impala, selling them quietly to wealthy clients who wanted something far wilder than what was on the dealer lot. Whether truth or tall tale, it's one of those rumors that makes the 1958 Impala even more mysterious, and makes you wonder just how different Chevy's muscle car timeline might have been. 6. The one-year legend that sparked a legacy. For most cars, 1 year on the market is a commercial disaster. But for the 1958 Impala, it was the start of a legend. Chevy replaced it with a completely different body in 1959, but by then, the 58 had already cemented itself as a cultural icon. Collectors today call it the unicorn of the Impala family, because it's the only year to have that exact body style, those triple taillights in a unique arrangement, and that wide, low, almost predatory stance. What's even stranger? Many people who own a 1958 Impala today don't drive it at all. They treat it like a work of art, something to be preserved, not used. And its value keeps climbing. In pristine condition, a 58 Impala can fetch well over $100,000 at auction, with certain rare factory options pushing it even higher. That's not just because of rarity, it's because the car carries a certain mystique, a mix of beauty, controversy, and historical significance that you simply can't replicate. Some say it was the first Chevrolet that made people fall in love with the Impala name. Others say it was the last Chevy that truly pushed design boundaries before corporate rules watered everything down. Either way, the 1958 Impala didn't just survive its odd, one-year existence. It thrived, becoming one of the most sought-after Chevrolets ever built. If you want, I can move straight into Section 7, where we dive into the hidden and controversial stories behind GM's decision to kill off the 1958 design so quickly. That's where the real behind-the-scenes drama comes out. 7. A collector's dream and a gamble. Today, the 1958 Chevrolet Impala is considered one of the most sought-after collector cars from the late 50s, but owning one isn't just a matter of nostalgia. It's a serious investment gamble. The limited one-year body style makes it rare, but that rarity also means parts can be a nightmare to source. Those massive chrome pieces? They are gorgeous, but if they are damaged, good luck finding originals that don't cost as much as a used car. Even the dashboard trim has become collector gold. And while the Impala was a sales hit in its debut, many didn't survive rust issues from the era's less advanced metal treatments. So finding one in pristine, original condition is like striking oil in your backyard. Possible, but extremely rare. This scarcity has driven auction prices sky high, with some meticulously restored models fetching six figures. But here's the twist. Not every buyer sees a return on that investment. If you overpay during a market peak, you could end up with a beautiful money pit instead of a profitable classic. 8. Legacy and collector craze. Today, the 1958 Chevrolet Impala isn't just a relic of the past, it's a crown jewel for collectors. Its one-year-only styling and unique features make it incredibly desirable, with pristine examples fetching eye-watering prices at auctions. Enthusiasts hunt for original details, the correct chrome trim, the authentic tricolor upholstery, even factory accessories like the tissue dispenser or the Autronic eye headlight dimmer. But more than the car's market value, it's the nostalgia that drives the obsession. For many, the 58 Impala represents a lost era of bold design and fearless innovation, a time when Detroit wasn't afraid to take risks. And while it might have been born as an experiment during a corporate tug-of-war, the Impala carved out a permanent spot in America's automotive history, proving that sometimes, the most unforgettable icons are the ones that only come around once. The 1958 Chevrolet Impala was more than just a car, it was a bold experiment, a clash of design philosophies, and a glimpse into the future of American automobiles. Though it lasted just 1 year, its impact still resonates today, reminding us that sometimes, taking risks creates the most unforgettable legends. What do you think? Was the '58 Impala a brilliant gamble or a beautiful mistake?